Today, we are going to make some grass. No, I'm not in Colorado, so it's not going to be that kind of grass. It's our techniques that are so simple and sensible, your mowers have practically built themselves.
Hello folks, it's Mad Dog Merv. Welcome to today's show. Today I wanted to show you guys a couple of the things that I'm working on for the Halloween display I'm doing out here in my backyard. We're also doing a display out front. We got a lot of Halloween stuff going on. You guys know me, it's, in my opinion, Halloween season, and well, we are busy at it. We picked up a few animatronics between myself, family members, ones that we already had here. Decided to go with a pirate theme this year, so not everything's going to fit in, but there's one in particular here that doesn't matter if it's a pirate or not. I was really excited to get it this year. I wanted it last year, and I wanted it for a specific reason, and you will see what that specific reason is. He's right behind me here looking over my shoulder. So stick with Mad Dog Merv as we look at some of the modeling techniques that I use and modeling tools that I use in enhancing my animatronics for a Halloween display.
The title is a little misleading. We're not going to be talking about the animatronic dragon today, but we will be covering him. You can see he's in my backyard. You can see he breathes smoke. He's really cool, and we'll talk about him another time. Today we are going to talk about pirates. Now, I last year bought Dean the Deathologist, and he's a great bartender. He is a lot of fun. He has some great sayings, and really he doesn't fit in the theme that I'm doing this year, which is pirates. However, we could make him a pirate, don't you think? A pirate bartender would be really cool, especially since I run the Pillaging Pirate Tavern. I need somebody to take care of it in my stead. So, we are going to make over Dean into a pirate deathologist. And to do that, well, I'm going to need some help from Amazon. First thing I did is I ordered one of these Jack Sparrow wigs with the red bandana. We're not putting the eye patch on. It's like, I don't know, $15, and about the same for this hat. We got one of these hats ordered. I actually ordered several of them for my pirates, so we're going to put that on him. Now, I got some of these eyes from the dollar store that they're just ping pong balls with little eyeballs painted on them, and I used my razor saw here that I use on my modeling work to cut them in half, and poof, here you can see them lit up on Dean with his new hairdo and with his bandana, and you can barely see his hat, but you'll see it here in a minute. Now, the next change I'm going to make is on the item that he's pouring. It's just a big thick straw. So what I decided to do was take some hot glue and just do some little streaks up the whole thing to make it look like it's pouring a little bit more than the lights that are in it that help to make it look like he's pouring, which is pretty cool, I think. And so here he is, all lit up. Now, there is one problem with him. His jaw's supposed to move, and it's not moving. And I'll figure it out. I'll figure out why his jaw isn't moving. It has been working fine, but right now it's not.
This establishment was only for the most esteemed clientele. Now look at it. Half of these mugs can't pay their liquor tax, and the other half it just pours straight out of their rib cages. But no matter. Looks like you're thirsty. So step on up to the bar if you dare. It'll only cost you your soul to close your tab.
And you can see he's standing there at the door of the Pillaging Pirate Tavern. I have the ship's captain out front of the tavern. I will get him. He's had some work done. I'm going to do more. And we'll talk about him in another episode. And you can see the Kraken, which is really cool, by the way. Okay, so for the next thing we're going to do. So now on to the Rockstar part of this video. And last year I really wanted to get this guitarist. The Reaper guitarist is what he's called. And I made several attempts, but he was always out of stock. I did get an alert a couple months ago that said, hey, he is back in stock, and so I jumped on it and got him. Now there's also a piano player, there's also a drummer, and now there is a singer as well. And I'd really kind of like to get the singer, but for now, finances the way they are, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to get the Reaper guitarist. Now, I wish his fingers moved. That would be really, really cool for a guitarist to have fingers moving. But yeah, I'm okay with him just singing. He is Bluetooth, so I can hook him up to my Sirius XM or any other streaming, and I can play whatever I want. I want to make him over to look like what, in my opinion, is one of the greatest guitarists there ever was. I mean, I put this guy in the my top three guitarists of all time, and he is George Lynch from, Lynch Mob, but prior to that, he was with Dokken. And as a lot of you guys know, Dokken is one of my very favorite groups out there. And George and his style and his guitar playing, to me, is just magical. This is kind of the look I want to capture, but I'm doing a Reaper. So a Reaper, what if George Lynch was a Reaper? Okay, we got to put our imagination together here. And look at this guitar he's got. I'm going to give you a better shot of it here in a minute. But his Skull and Bones guitar, which is just awesome. If you've seen Nightmare on Elm Street, like 2 or 3, whatever it is, the Dream Warriors, he's playing this in the music video. And this is what I want to try and replicate. So here we go. We're going to start with our Reaper, and everything's working good on him, but definitely needs some upgrades. So the first thing I'm going to have to do is take the guitar off. The hands are kind of already molded to the guitar, so I'm going to have to do some taping. Went ahead and took some of my blue painter's tape and an X-Acto knife and went to town. And as you can see, I did a pretty decent job of getting it taped up here so that I can get it sprayed. Now for the primer, I'm going to use what I normally use, which is my 2X Rust-Oleum paint and primer in one. And this one I did use the Canyon Black on. Turned out really nice, as you can see right here. I did have to kind of lift the hands a little bit, the fingers a little bit to get kind of underneath, but I think it turned out just fine. I'm definitely happy with the results on how the basic black went. And we also had to paint the backside as well. Even though you're really not going to see it, I was going to know. So there you go. For the paint, well, here's what we did. This one I did get off of Amazon. This is Rust-Oleum's Color Shift paint. This is Turquoise Waters. You can see in the little circle there it says Turquoise Waters, which is kind of a turquoise, blue, green. Some of the guys have painted their Krakens this color. I really do like this color. I had it left over. I thought I am going to use this on the guitar. So we went ahead and did that. I got one of the dollar store skulls, cut it in half, cut the jaw off, and used that for the skull up top. And these are some leftover hands and bones that I had from a bag of bones that I bought a couple of years ago. Just some random bones I had extra. And you have seen them in some of my other videos. Went ahead and hot glued those on in place. It's not perfect, but I think it looks okay. Looking at the hair and the whole thing here, it's starting to look like George, but I'm going to go ahead and add some eyes. So again, get out the razor saw, cut my dollar store ping pong ball eyes, and well, we went ahead and super glued those in. You could hot glue them, whatever you want. I chose to super glue them at this time. And well, let's see how this whole thing turned out.
It'd soon be mine until the end of time. I could tell it wouldn't be long till you were with me, yeah, me, singing, I love Halloween. Put another treat in the treat bag, baby. I love Halloween. Come on, it's your time to dance with me till the end of time. could tell it wouldn't belong to you or with me, yeah, me.
All right, folks, thanks for joining us. We'll see you again soon with some more animatronic makeovers for Halloween. Thank you so much.